What's up everyone, and welcome to my 6th episode in the Pokemon Revolution online guide. Now today it's going to be a big walking simulator, and the reason for that is that you have to come over here and get Flash, which, as I mentioned in my last video, you'll need to catch 10 different species of Pokemon before Oak's Aide will give you Flash. So I've already discussed that. I'm hoping you've done that by now, so I'm going to go straight to Oak's Aide now. Be sure you guys always click those holes outside the caves. They're extremely important when you want to bypass a cave, and you do it quite often. So always click holes on each side. This is also the cave I recommend you get a sand shrew or a sand slash, something of that nature, because they'll replace your Bellsprout or whatever you got to cut, because they can cut and dig, and digging is an extremely useful thing. You make a lot of money off of it just by selling the items to the vendors in the game. So you don't even have to go through player interactions to get that money. So a dig is an extraordinary thing to use. They come up every 4 days. It's really useful. You just need to get a sand shrew or a sand slash or something that you want to teach dig and cut, and use them as your TM. See, there's 4 dig spots right here. So you just catch one out of here, and it doesn't matter their stats at all. They're literally here just to cut and dig. But you do need to get their happiness up. And how you find out happiness is by going down into your typing and type in /happy space and then whatever, like the number 1 through 6, whichever Pokemon you're trying to figure out. Like if it's your first Pokemon, like say my Bronzor, if I wanted to figure out his happiness, I'd go and type in /happy space 1. And then it'd show me the happiness for Bronzor. So you need to look at that, and once you get it to 151, he can dig for you. And the only way to raise their happiness is to keep them out first. You don't have to necessarily kill things with them, but they need to go out first, and if you switch to another Pokemon and kill it, they still get the happiness for it. They also get happiness when they level, so that's a good thing to note. Be sure to click this other hole on the end of the tunnel, because once you do know dig, you can just easily pass through that tunnel from Vermilion and come straight back to Viridian Forest, which is pretty useful. And if you want to take this time to go and fight Ash in Viridian Forest, you can do that. You are very close to him. He's all you would have to do is come down to this connector that I'm about to go through to get Flash, and go down and use cut on your left and go up through the Viridian Forest. So you're going to come down here and talk to Oak's Aide right here, and he'll give you Flash that once he's seen that you've collected 10 different species of Pokemon. And that's all good and dandy. So you've got Flash. You don't have a Pokemon that can use Flash yet, but that's what our next adventure leads us to. We're actually going to walk all the way back to Cerulean? Yeah, Cerulean City, Misty's city. So it's going to be a little bit of a walk, but I'm showing you guys exactly how to where to go, because this is actually a pretty confusing part. Like, I don't know how you would know to come down. Well, to get Flash, you would have found it out from the cave guy, but you'd had to have messed up and gone the wrong way in Cerulean to know that you would need Flash for that one route. So if you didn't do that by chance, you walked by it, that's where you need to take this. So you may not know that. You may know that. May know it. Who knows? Ooh, a Doug Trio. I think I'm gonna try to catch this thing. I like Doug Trio. I'm not gonna use it for anything, but I will catch it if it'll go to sleep. Yeah, for evolved forms as well, they do have a higher ball break rate. If you want to put it like that. They will pop out of the Pokeball a lot easier if they're evolved. Ooh, awesome. It had an item on it. Soft sand. Ground type. Wow, awesome. Okay. Cool, that was worth it. But other than that, his stats weren't the greatest. So there's about 8 digs right there. So if you had got your sand shrew and focused on getting him able to dig, I'm pretty sure you already have dig. You may have picked it up. If not, we will be getting it here in Celadon. You can just buy it in Celadon. And the reason that this video is going to be a walking simulator, i.e., is because Celadon City is going to be an entire video on its own. Its quest, or the thing you have to do before you can do the badge or the gym there, or before you can do the ghost town is actually pretty complicated and going to take an entire video to explain. So it does get pretty intense. In some of the towns you do have to do some Team Rocket stuff, and it gets pretty intricate, and some mazes and puzzles happen, but that's why I'm going to dedicate an entire video to that. It is going to be it's going to be a nightmare, but we'll get it done. We'll get you guys through it, and if anyone's got any questions about that, it'll be taken care of easily. That's also where we're going to be getting our lemonade from. Once we're finally in Celadon, you can get the lemonade. I know, the lemonade, it's a myth. But we're going to go walk up to Cerulean right now, and that's how we're going to go towards the power plant, or, well, above the power plant. We're not actually going to go to the power plant because we don't have surf yet, so you cannot visit the power plant. But if you were looking for the power plant and you do have surf, this I will show you right here. This is how you get down to the power plant. Not right here, but it'll be here down over by Cerulean. And we got to take this underground passage right now because we do not have the lemonade to go through Saffron City, I think is the middle city. I don't know. I'm not all brushed up on the city, so I can't name them off the top of my head, but I will be getting more comfortable with them as I make videos about them and videos about how to move around them, because I know the map by heart, but that doesn't mean, you know, I know the names of the cities and stuff like that. So, now that we're back to Cerulean, we can go up to the top. I think it's to the right of the town. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's to the right over here. And this will take us through Route 20-something, I want to say. I don't know. Again, I'm not good with the the landscapes. I should probably stop trying to call out where we're going to go, but this is definitely the way to be going right now. It's Route 9. Wow. Okay, so you're going to have to fight her, and of course I'm going to cut all the trainer battles so you guys don't have to see them. They're really easy as long as you have the Pokemon setup that I've guided you to right now. You're going to wipe the floor with these guys. So go ahead and come down here and get this item. Once you do, it'll force you to fight this hiker, but he's got rock Pokemon. He's no problem at all. Your Squirtle handles that easy. But you just continue on this path. You want to fight this guy too, honestly, just because there's berries, and those will respawn as well, so you can keep collecting those berries. If you happen to not use them all, you can collect them up and gain a bunch of them if you want to take them to, say, Jhoto or something like that when you move on from Kanto. But so you just go along this path like this. This is the quickest route. I'm gonna avoid as many people as I can, or the trainers as I can, but I would recommend you come through, and anybody with a yellow name I would come and talk to. There's a guy over there through the cut branch, there's Ash, there's a lot of trainers here, so be sure to take advantage of them. If you see me not fight a trainer, just assume that you need to fight them. I'm only skipping them for time's sake. I do come back and do them. I'm just not about sitting here and editing out every single trainer fight like I edit out most of the trainer fights. It's a quite big pain. But so once you come this way, you've reached the Poke Center, which is right below you down here. And that can be go in there and set up your waypoint. Now, you're like the Magikarp, you're gonna want to take a break right here, and you're gonna want to sit in this grass right under the Poke Center and look for yourself a Magnemite. Now, the Magnemite doesn't matter the stats; it doesn't matter anything. All it needs is the ability Sturdy. And the best way to hunt down a Magnemite with Sturdy is just take out your best Pokemon and try to one-shot it. If you don't have an ability to one-shot it, then just catch each Magnemite. I mean, the Magnemites don't hurt. They could drop metal coating, which is really rare. It's going to take a while. So, by now, you've gotten your Magnemite, and hopefully you've taught it Flash. You have the HM Flash from where we just got. Be sure to click this entry hole. Always click the holes. So, to use Flash, you click on Magnemite, and then you click Flash right from this thing right here, and boom, everything lights up. So, as you can see here, there's 2 dig spots right here. And there's one next to him, and there's one down next to the ladder. There's 2 trainers. These both, I've already beat these. This is just going to be a walk through this cave because I've already beaten all these trainers just so I didn't have to edit out of it. But I haven't done anything storyline wise. So those are all your dig spots in that area. Once you come through here, you'll be forced to fight. I'm just gonna run from all these battles as well. I'm not about wasting my time in here for now. I wonder if I have a repel. No, I don't have a repel. Okay, well you'll have to fight her, and then you'll have to come down here, and there's an item down here. I think it's an escape rope, and grab that. Zubats. Biggest thing about caves is that you just sit here and run into Pokemon all the time. So you come up through here. It's kind of a mischievous path to lay because it kind of looks like you can't walk through those rocks, but you can walk behind them. So that's good to note. That also happens right here. It almost looks like you can't walk through. Not right there, but more Pokemon battles. It almost looks like you can't walk through this little area right here, but indeed you can. So once you come through this area and you go up this ladder, there's going to be another trainer right at the end of the other end of these stairs. Ooh, I would take on the Graveler just for experience and money. This is actually not a bad place to farm money, honestly. It's, you know, you could get up and upwards of $100 per fight. So you fight him, Pokemaniac Ashton, and these hiker guys on your right you already fought. This is like the first level. It's kind of weird, but you came around, up and around, so you can't go back over there and fight them. You've already fought them. That was where you came in. So the next guy, Pokemaniac Winston, or whatever this guy's name is, yeah, Winston, you fight him, and then you come down this ladder. Then you fight her, and you move on. Now, these next two people I'm going to show you are optional, but they're also guarding dig spots. So, this Pokemaniac Cooper here, he's optional, but he has dig spots under him, of course. And this guy right here has no name, but he's not actually a trainer. He sells Rock Slide or something. Something like that. So, yeah, he's useful to some extent if you want that ability. So, you'll have to fight this hiker right here, and then come up the ladder. And if you've made it this far and you're getting kind of weak, but you have Squirtle still in good standing, he'll be able to handle this trainer right here. This guy's got fire Pokemon, and then once you beat him, you can just walk right over here to the right, and there's a Nurse Joy over there, and she'll heal your Pokemon. But other than that, there was a trainer up above us, and there's one last trainer by the door right here, Hiker Allen, and there's your Nurse Joy. So once you come out of here, you run into another Raticate before you get through the door, obviously. He didn't let me run away. What? Okay. I thought so. So anyway, you walk out here and you get challenged by this girl. There's two hikers right there you could do, but I'm not going to right now. Be sure to click this hole so you can bypass the cave when you do need to at any other point. So the fastest route to go down would be to come down here and fight Steve, or else I'm going to have to fight two more trainers and then another trainer. So I'm going to go ahead and try to avoid as many trainer battles as I can for now. Again, I will come back to these trainer battles and fight them because they're worth a lot of experience. I'm just doing this for the sake of recording it in speed. So once you enter this town, it seems like it's the next town, but it's really not. It's kind of an in-between town. It does tell you, however, what to do if you spend enough time in here, or time in the city. So I set my Poké Center here just in case. Obviously, at this point, your Pokemon have out-leveled most of the area. You're not going to lose a lot of fights, and if you do, it's because you probably threw yourself out there too much. But you have to come into this house no matter what and talk to these notes. This is part of the quest line. You have to do this. So he says he wants you to go check out that tower, but you can't come check out the tower, and as I'll show you, you'll walk up to it, and it'll tell you, oh, there's a police investigation going on in Celadon. So it seems like you need to go over there. Obviously, you need to go over there and get something to be able to go into the tower, and Celadon is not here, but it's at the other side. And right here in Route 8, there will be an underground passage that takes us under Saffron to Celadon. That's how the map gets really confusing, because no one can go through Saffron until they get the lemonade to give the guards. So you always have to go through underground passageways to get under Saffron, to like go to Celadon or Vermilion from Cerulean. So that's the weird thing here. Now I'm gonna try to avoid. I could have avoided her. I'm gonna try to avoid most of these guys. Do these trainers. Fight them. For the love of God, you need the experience. I'm going to come back and fight them. Her, you need both of them. I'm just skipping them for the sake of time. These 4 trainers up here, you're going to need these. You just use your Bronzor, use your Squirtle, use your Magikarp, whatever. Don't use your Magnemite. I skipped that biker guy as well. Your Magnemite doesn't honestly need to be leveled. He's just for sturdy. Shockwave, like, he can shockwave no matter what. That's literally his entire purpose, and I'll explain that when we do use him for that. But be sure to come up and get these berries. And there's another trainer you should fight. And the super nerd Adian you should fight. Again, I've skipped all these people right now just for the sake of time. So please fight those trainers. You'll need the experience. So once you come through this underground passageway, it's just like the last one, and you'll have a trainer right here in the middle of it, and once you fight her, you get to pass on. So after you move past her, you're pretty much in the clear. You're moving on to Celadon City. This is where my video is going to be coming to an end, because I will be making an entire video on just Celadon City. With as big as the quest line is to get to the gym and everything done in Celadon, I'm going to have to make a video dedicated specifically to that. Don't forget to get these berries. So, like the Magnemite spot, this grass right here and this grass right up here is extremely important, and it's because this is how you get your fire Pokemon. Growlithe, Vulpix, and Houndour all spawn in that grass. Houndour is extremely rare, and Vulpix and Growlithe are kind of uncommon. So if you want to hunt those down, now's the time to do it. You really need to get one of the fire Pokemon. I'll come back with one of the ones I got and show you guys. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you out. I'm going to be making more as soon as I can. So thanks, guys. Hey everyone, thanks for watching the video. If you like this video, go ahead and slap that like button. If you'd like to see more content from me, please go ahead and subscribe. Thanks everyone.